There's a guy out there holding my belt, keeping it shiny for me. That's Andrei Arlovski. I took you lightly the first time, but you and I will get it on again, I promise.
I'm definitely ready this time. I'm down to 260 pounds, in great shape, and I'm going out there to bring a fight to Andrei Arlovski, and I'm going to show him what I'm all about.
Tim Sylvia! Huge, man. Oh, my God.
Suario's starting to look a little bit
Trying to high knee. Tim feels it. Trying to finish it here in the first round.
rematch with Arlovski. How do you feel about that?
Very excited about that.
I think he is believing into it. I think he thinks he's a Superman and that he can't be beat.
I'm not Superman. I'm Andrei Arlovski. It's maybe Tim Sylvia Superman because he has a tattoo on his shoulder.
Vladdy is definitely. Oh, he's out!
He goes, and it is all over.
Arlovski takes him down. What happened? What happened? Wow! It's over already.
Paul Buentella and knock him out too in the first round.
I'm taking the fight to him. I'm going to rough him up. I want to make sure he knows he's going to fight.
I think it will be a good fight. It will be a war.
I really still don't think he's got a great chin. So if I hit it, he's going to sleep.
I will try to prove him wrong.
You know, he beat me a while back, so I want a vengeance. I want to beat him. And the plus is that he has the belt, and that's something I want back.
We are set for the main event of the evening.
Can you handle the pain? Let the truth be known. Savages reign, better than the respect the baddest man in the game. I will ride over my enemies. Ride or die. And I'm a rider. I can't hide my identities. I won't try. 'Cause I'm a fighter.
This is the biggest fight of Tim Sylvia's life.
You know, after we saw Tim Sylvia dismantle Cabbage, Tim Sylvia dismantle Rico Rodriguez, he looked unstoppable himself. Coming from that fight, he got armbarred by Frank Mir, broke his arm, went from that fight to get leg locked by Andrei Arlovski, lost that fight, so it's been a tough year for Tim Sylvia. He's had two great comeback fights where he looked really good against Trey Telligman, knocked Telligman out. Telligman has excellent strikes, he's a professional boxer, knocked him out with a high head kick. And then, of course, the fight with Suario Silva, he won a decision even though he was sick. He comes from a great camp. I mean, the Miletich fighting system is just about as good as you can get. And Tim Sylvia is very motivated. It's as light as he's ever fought in the UFC at 250 pounds. And he's been in there with Andrei Arlovski before. He knows how fast he is. He knows how dangerous he is. And he's prepared for this fight like no other.
Tim, the Maniac Sylvia, wants to return the heavyweight belt to the great state of Iowa. And he is taking all the emotional strength possible from his very close-knit teammates. There he is, 6'8", 256-pound Tim Sylvia, set to fight the UFC World Champion.
Towards the cage while Tim Sylvia's inside waiting for him. Andrei Arlovski is probably the fastest heavyweight in the division. unbelievably quick strikes, very pinpoint, accurate, and precise. The only big question mark is his ground game. He lost by TKO to Rico Rodriguez early in his career, lost by knockout to Pedro Hizzo, but since then he's been incredibly dominant. Destroyed Ian Freeman, destroyed Vladimir Matyushenko. We saw him take apart Tim Sylvia, destroyed Justin Eilers, put Paul Buentello to sleep. He's virtually unstoppable, but as we said before, every man can be beat.
4 of his knockouts have come in the first 1 minute and 25 seconds of the fight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening, is brought to you by Zions Extreme Supplements for Extreme Athletes, available at GNC stores nationwide. The Belarusian, 27 years old, 6'3", 236 pounds, a 77-inch reach. The champion of former days, Sylvia, 29 years old. He is 6'8", and has an 82-inch reach. The official introductions for this main event from Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this UFC championship bout is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, with Chairman Marty Keller, Vice Chairman Chris Mears, Commissioners Armando Vergara, John Frierson, June Collision, and Dr. Christopher Giza, and Executive Officer Armando Garcia. Our judges at Octagon side are Abe Bilardo, Cecil Peoples, and Alejandro Rochin. And when the action begins, our referee in charge is Herb Dean. This event is sponsored by Zions Extreme Supplements for Extreme Athletes, available at GNC stores nationwide. And now, live from the sold-out Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California, it's time! This fight is 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist who holds a professional record of 22 wins with 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 256 pounds. Fighting out of Davenport, Iowa, the challenger and former UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Maniac, Tim Sylvia! And now introducing the fighter standing in the red corner. This man is a kickboxer and a sambo fighter. He holds a professional record of 11 wins with 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 236 pounds. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, by way of Minsk, Belarus, ladies and gentlemen, the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Pitbull, Andrei Arlovski.
All right, gentlemen, we've gone over the rules already. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions at all times. Touch gloves and come out ready to fight.
Here we go again. The Pitbull, Andrei Arlovski. The Maniac, Tim Sylvia. The first time they met, it lasted only 47 seconds. The former champion, the present-day champion. The belt is on the line here at the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim.
Interesting to see what kind of corrections Tim Sylvia's made.
See if he works the kicks. Remember how great he was with that flexibility in the kicks that he utilized against Trey Telligman. And the reach advantage is there for Tim Sylvia. About a 5-inch reach advantage, as we showed you on our Zion's Tale of the Tape.
Tim's got his hands up high. His guard looks tight.
Now remember, Sylvia set up the submission finish with a right hand that rocked Tim Sylvia. going towards the body. Now watch the knees of Tim Sylvia as well. If Andre gets down low, Tim might try to throw him a knee. Talking to Pat Miletich, he said, watch the knees and the increased hand speed of Sylvia.
Tim Sylvia might have gotten rocked by that right hand. It looked like his legs buckled a little bit. And that's the right hand that put him down in the first fight. That's the right hand that put Paul Buntella to sleep.
Andre seems comfortable with the distance here. Arlovski trying to close in, get inside the long arms of Tim Sylvia. Sylvia in the red trunks, Arlovski in the black trunks. Arlovski the title holder.
Arlovski's got great movement. He never stands still. He's always moving. It's very difficult to gauge where he's at.
Working the midsection a lot of Sylvia, isn't he? Looking for those body shots. Swing and a miss.
It's hard to hit that big head. And Tim Sylvia is so tall, 6'8".
Just a little bit of blood coming out of the left side of Tim Sylvia's head. Dripping down towards his eye now. Might have gotten grazed by something.
Good jab by Arlovski. The longer this goes on, the more confident Tim Sylvia's going to be.
Absolutely. It's already lasted longer than the last meeting.
Good sweeping right hand by Arlovski.
Arlovski really trying to work those body shots, Joe.
Yeah, we haven't seen any kicks. There he goes.
There you go, on cue, my friend. And the kicks of Sylvia are greatly improved.
Yeah, for sure. He's working out with Billy West. Billy's got him stretching.
Oh! He's in big trouble. He was rocked by that same right hand that Arlovski rocked him with in the first meeting, but Sylvia is back to his feet.
He's back to his feet, but he's hurt bad.
He's still wobbling. He goes down. Sylvia trying to finish him. Oh, it's all over. Tim Sylvia, the heavyweight champion.
Tim Sylvia was hurt bad.
Tim Sylvia is the heavyweight champion.
Unbelievable. What a comeback. He was at the brink of being knocked unconscious. Came back, connected to Arlovski. It's like we said before, there is no unbeatable fighter. The human jaw is not designed to be punched. If you catch one of the chops like that, you go. Wow! Tim Sylvia, here we see he is hurt. Bang! He catches Arlovski right on the chin and capitalizes. Let's take another look at it. It was a little uppercut, and Arlovski was hurt. Herb Dean stopping the fight when Arlovski wasn't defending himself. Let's take another look at that. Boom, right on the chin. It didn't even look like that powerful a punch. He didn't step into it. Arlovski was stepping in though, and that probably accentuated the power of it.
Well, you know what? Arlovski smelled the blood after knocking down Tim Sylvia. And Tim Sylvia is once again the heavyweight champion of the world. Stunned and in disbelief is Andre Arlovski. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 43 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by TKO and new UFC heavyweight champion of the world, the Maniac, Tim Sylvia.
Oh my goodness. Here's Joe Rogan.
Tim, how does it feel to have that belt back on your waist?
I can't explain the feelings I'm going through right now, Joe. It's unbelievable. You know, I had a great team. You know, everybody at Miletich helped me get ready for this fight. I'm just so happy right now.
Now, so many people counted you out in this fight after the first fight. What do you think about that now?
You know, the same thing happened with Rico all week. Everything felt the same. It was deja vu. Tim's gonna lose. Tim's not ready for Arlovski. I love being the underdog. The only problem with having a belt now is you're no longer the underdog.
Now, it looked like you got hurt right before you knocked him out. Let's take a look at the big screen and talk us through this. How badly hurt were you?
I was just tired of chasing around, so I thought if I fell down, he'd come get me. No, seriously, he caught me with a good right again. I got lazy, but no playing around. I get the hell back up, keep that fight standing up. I don't know what, I think I caught him with a straight right again. It was back and forth, man. Him and I will get it along again. We need a rubber match. So, but first of all, I do want to fight one guy out there, and that's Frank Mir. Him and I got some unfinished business. I begged the UFC to let Frank Mir come back, let him fight me, and him and I will get things squared away.
Heavyweight champion of the world, Tim Sylvia. How good does that sound?
That sounds awesome. Couldn't have done it without Zion. I'm a much better fighter now. You know, all my teammates, all the maniacs support me, the UFC stand behind me, give me this opportunity. Andre, you're awesome. I know I talk some shit, but you're a great fighter, and I'm not looking forward to fighting you again, that's for sure.
Congratulations, Tim Sylvia, ladies and gentlemen.
Tim the Maniac Sylvia, victorious here tonight. Joe Rogan with the former heavyweight champion Andrei Arlovski.
All right, I'm here with Andre. Andre, you've got to feel very disappointed. Did you think that you had him out, and did you get reckless because of that?
Скажи, что я пытался его поймать, но как бы он оказался проворнее.
He was trying to catch him, but Tim this time ended up being quicker and trickier.
Do you agree with the referee's stoppage of the fight?
Yeah, referee stopped the fight, so it's happening.
What do you do now? Do you go back to the drawing board?
A couple of weeks I have a rest, and after that I come back to my boxing gym and jiu-jitsu classes, so I want to fight. I hope UFC give me one more fight against Tim Sylvia.
Well, I'm sure we'd like to see that. Andrei Arlovski, ladies and gentlemen.
Joe said it best, there is no such thing as indestructible in the sport of mixed martial arts, and Tim Sylvia proves that tonight. And oh, how he loves to hold that heavyweight belt. I guarantee you he will sleep with that under his pillow tonight. An emotionally charged and victorious heavyweight champion, Tim the Maniac Sylvia. Just as we had hoped that it would be a big bang here at the Pond in Anaheim, and certainly it was, and the re-arrival of Tito Ortiz ended up with a very razor-close split decision victory. But I'll tell you what, this crowd was electric, Joe.
It was a fantastic crowd. I mean, the biggest crowd we've ever had for the UFC. 18,000 people, sold out in 2 days, and the Tito Ortiz bout, very close decision. Very close, could have gone either way. Unfortunately for Tito, he's injured, and he might be out of action for a while now, depending on whether or not the doctor says he needs surgery.
All right, let's recap it. Early on, it looked like we were going to see a very quick finish. Early on, we saw the Tito of old.
Yeah, Tito of old. In the beginning, the first round, it was brutal, ground and pound inside of Forrest's guard. He cut Forrest. He had him really badly battered, and he was completely dominating him, pushing the pace, completely controlling Forrest. But in the second round, Tito had a really hard time taking him down. Because of that knee injury, it really compromised his shot, and he wasn't able to take Forrest down. Now, when Forrest was on his feet, Forrest did much better. Landed some good shots, and pretty much controlled the pace of that second round.
Third and final round, Tito got the late takedown, but Forrest was there till the very end.
Forrest was there until the very end, and I think that takedown was probably the deciding factor in the fight. It was a split decision victory for Tito Ortiz, and the takedown was probably it. Tito landed a couple good shots, good right hand, but Forrest came back with some good punches of his own. Very entertaining and exciting fight, and really solidified Forrest's position at the top of the heap at 205 pounds.
Well, Joe, you talked about it. Tito came in banged up, hurt himself during the taping of The Ultimate Fighter 3, but we never heard him talk about it, which shows us what a great competitor he is. The doctor looking at the left knee of Tito Ortiz after his split decision victory tonight.
Yeah, you see how the doctor's moving that knee around? That's not a good sign. I don't know what he's saying, but coming from I've had 2 ACL surgeries, and it's nasty business, and Tito's gone through one too. So if this is really a torn ligament, then we're going to see Tito out of action for probably 8 to 9 months.
Well, if he is, then we'll have to wait for that long-awaited rematch with Ken Shamrock. Speaking of long-awaited rematches, Tim Sylvia probably felt like he had waited his entire life to redeem himself against Andrei Arlovski, and in the end, he did.
In a phenomenal performance. He was hurt really badly, and in the middle of being hurt really badly, countered Andrei Arlovski and put him to sleep. I mean, he is hurt really bad there with that right hand, and Arlovski gets a little reckless and runs right into Tim's big right hand. That's what we've said about Tim over and over again, is he might not be the fastest guy in the world, but he hits hard, and he never quits. The knock on Andrei Arlovski, if there ever was one, was that he has a weak jaw, and that might actually be the case.
Andrei Arlovski live in his locker room now, watching the replay once again. I think he's stunned and in disbelief right now.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's very disappointed, but you know what? That's the fight game. You make a mistake, you pay. That's why it's such a dangerous sport. That's why the rewards are so great.
Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell fought the first time Randy won. The second time Chuck won. The third time Chuck won. I think we're headed to a third matchup between Tim Sylvia and Andrei Arlovski.
Oh, without a doubt. We have to have a rubber match. I mean, the UFC heavyweight division is kind of in a turmoil as it is. This at least shakes it up a little. A lot of people thought this was going to be a walkthrough. A lot of people thought Arlovski was going to come in and blow him out of the water. It didn't work out that way. Now we've got a rubber match.
Well, they will meet again. Speaking of again, the middleweight champion looked like a champion again tonight. The former middleweight champion, Evan Tanner, awarded our tap-out submission of the night.
Beautiful triangle on Justin Levens. Evan Tanner caught the arm in, threw his legs up, jumped to guard, and finished Justin Levens off with a beautiful a beautiful triangle for the tap out of the night.
Our submission of the night brought to you by our good friends at Tap Out Clothing Wear at InYourFace.com. Joe, I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely gassed right now. The emotions that went into the long-awaited arrival of the sport of mixed martial arts to a big building like this in Anaheim, California, absolutely everything you and I could have dreamed it would be when you were in Dothan and I was in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but it's been worth it.
Yeah, and now, you know what? And now guess what? We're headed to the Staples Center in just a matter of weeks. Don't forget also every Thursday night, live on Spike TV, it's The Ultimate Fighter 3, Thursdays at 10, live on Spike, with your coaches, Tito Ortiz and Ken Shamrock. And don't forget, tickets available at the Staples Center box office, UFC.com, and Ticketmaster.com for UFC 60, Saturday, May 27th, 10 in the East, 7 in the West, live on pay-per-view. Sold out, 18,000 in the house tonight. The executive producers of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, Frank Fertitta III, Lorenzo Fertitta, and UFC President Dana White. Our supervising producer, Craig Borsari, coordinating producer, Tim O'Toole. A great job done tonight by our producer, Bruce Connell, our director, Anthony Pasquale Giordano. And Al Connell, our technical producer, keeps everything together. We had waited and waited to see how real Forrest would be, how real the return of Tito Ortiz would be. We found out that Forrest is the real deal. Tito was just a little bit better, and he makes what is a triumphant return. Will these two fight once again? Forrest this time disappointed with the decision. And then in our main event of the evening, the Maniac, Tim Sylvia, against the champion, Andrei Arlovski. A right hand stunned Sylvia as it did the first time they met. But this time the ankle was protected. Tim got back up, and Andrei went down. And Tim Sylvia is once again the UFC World Heavyweight Champion. For everyone here at Zuffa and the Ultimate Fighting Championship, we will see you at the Staples Center on May 27th.